honestly felt like Burleson was a long shot.
We have to teach them concepts of use of force, response to resistance.
Sir, drop your weapon! Burleson Police Department.
Perception, I think, with law enforcement has drastically changed.
He did call me a spick.
You have no clue what you're going to deal with every day.
Is there anything illegal on you?
Quit rolling your weed in the car, it is everywhere.
All right, guys, if no one has anything else, watch your backs, be safe, get out there.
You have to be mentally prepared when you come to work. You know, you may have had a bad day at home, you may have had an argument with a spouse or a family member. All of a sudden now you've got to come to work and you've got to serve others, and somehow you've got to find a way to let that go and come in and be mentally prepared.
I don't even know if I can describe it. It's a lot to know that you're entering into a world that you have no clue what you're going to deal with every day.
The first time I walked up to the door in uniform knowing, okay, I'm going to work today, my first shift. I'm actually hitting the streets of Burleson doing the job that I've been training for 6 months. And then the moment I got into the car the first time with my first field training officer, he made it where it was, I know you're nervous. I know that you've taken in 7 months. Understand, we also know that you're not ready yet to be a police officer.
My first day as a Burleson police officer was on midnights, from 10 to 7. Got there at 8:30. I got there super early. I didn't want to be late. Everyone looked at me and said, hey man, you don't come in till 10 o'clock, what's going on? And I was like, I want to be early. I was studying my maps, studying my streets, because I'm not from Burleson.
Being a rookie cop in this day and time, I think has a lot more challenges. But I think there's a lot more good for them growing up in this environment. They know they're always being watched. They know that their integrity is on the front page every day when they don't meet that.
People were afraid of the police years ago. Now, you know, people like to get right up in your face and push your buttons. The fact that I'm so young and I've experienced that for so long, it's not new to me. I mean, that's all I know.
He's going southbound on the interstate.
The mainstream media perception, I think, with law enforcement has drastically changed in the more recent years than when I first started. I think it's in the sense of a lot of negativity.
I experienced 2 bad encounters with law enforcement. I had like a Cadillac DeVille, it maybe like a 97. And we were leaving one day from football practice, maybe like 8:30, 9 o'clock, sundown. We get pulled over. He did call me a spick, which drove me to this. I was like, man, it's not okay to treat people without respect. And I was angry every time I came encounter or saw a police officer. I did not like them. I did not want to deal with them just because of my experience with them. But I had a very great mentor at Texas State. He told me, dude, why do you want to be part of the problem? Be part of the solution. And that's when I took initiative and said, you know what, he's right.
Be kind and respectful to anybody in your presence until you absolutely cannot.
If I have one bad interaction with one person, what are they going to think about the rest of the department? We're going to help you. We want to help you, and we're going to do every measure we can to make sure you're okay and you're sleeping well at night.
You can make one simple mistake that can end your career. And while there may not be any ill intentions with the mistake, there's just no room for it.
Is there anything illegal on you? Because I have a female officer here that's going to search you.
You know, but it keeps me on my toes. You know, am I doing this right? Is there anything I can do better?
I think every officer has that moment, like every day. I'm going to go home to my family. I'm going to make sure that every officer goes home to their family, and I will do everything I can to make sure everyone else goes home. Even if you are the worst of the worst I'm dealing with, I want you to go home.
I know I'm going to see some things that are going to be tough, and I've heard stories. I know it'll take its toll on me, but I'm prepared for it.
When I was a young officer on the east side of Fort Worth, it was Christmas Eve, and I got a call for a major accident out there, and there was a van. It was a head-on collision, and the van had 33 Christmas presents in the back of it. And you know, I worked the scene accident. I go up to John Peter Smith Hospital, and the charge nurse says, "Are you working that bad accident?" I said, "Yeah." And she said, "The family's in this room. They want to talk to you." And I'm a young officer that, you know, still learning to be an officer. And I mean, for just a moment, it just absolutely terrified me to open that door. And I can remember this lady's face like it was yesterday, and it was the wife of the husband that died. This father got called by their daughter that lived in Arlington, and her car broke down. So he went over to pick her up, and they loaded all the Christmas presents in the back of the van, and they were coming back to the entire family was waiting for them there to open the Christmas presents. Now, you know, that's the stuff that I hate that our officers are going to see, and there's nothing you can do about that. There's nothing you can say to prepare them. There's nothing you can say that will ever make that go away. And that's just one story over 34 years. But but God loved them for raising their hand and saying, "I'll go and do this." That's important. So, sorry.
It was in the late 80s, September the 30th, 1:13 in the afternoon. And 3-year-old dying right here. And there was nothing we could do. His name was Chase. It was a horrific moment. There have been other moments like that, but none as defining.
There's always that hope that we are that line between evil and good, and that, you know, we're always going to come out there, we're going to act with integrity, we're going to handle their worst day in the most professional way, and that we are going to be the one that gets them back on their feet and moving in a good direction from such a horrible tragedy that they may have just suffered.
I know I'm not going to be able to change the world, but if I can just change someone's outlook on police officers, that'll make my day.
This is such a crazy time. Who would want to be a police officer right now? And I think that this is the best time, and I think the people who want to be a police officer now, it tells you a little bit about them and about who they are. This isn't an easy road. This isn't an easy time to get into it, and it's a scary time.
I think it is the best time for people that really want to do it to get in here and to prove to people that we're here to help and to change the opinions of the society. We're good people, we're humans. We just want to help. And I think we need a lot more people that want to do this job to get out here and start doing it with the same passion that I share and that with most of the police officers in America share.